visit American City, you will find it very pretty. Just two things of which you must beware. Don't drink the water and don't breathe the air.
In the 1960s, the explosion of urban and industrial development led to pollution reaching unprecedented and alarming levels. Pollution was no longer a nuisance. It was a crisis that had detrimental impacts on human health and the environment. As environmental consciousness grew, protests erupted nationwide, culminating in the first Earth Day in 1970. The message was clear. People demanded action.
The great question of the 70s is, shall we surrender to our surroundings, or shall we make our peace with nature and begin to make reparations for the damage we have done to our air, to our land, and to our water?
A surprising champion emerged. In an unprecedented move, President Richard Nixon, a staunch Republican, recognized the public's desire for environmental protection, and the Environmental Protection Agency was born.
President Nixon was concerned about criticism from young people and more from the left of his Vietnam policy, which he didn't want to change. So he thought the environment was an issue that he could appeal to young people and maybe diffuse some of the criticism from the left.
Scientists began connecting pollution to a larger issue, global warming. Ice core samples revealed that greenhouse gases were building up faster than ever before. Despite scientific warnings, progress was slow. For 800,000 years, CO2 levels rose and fell naturally until the 20th century, when they spiked like never before, reshaping our atmosphere in a single lifetime. Then came 2009.
The scientific community, the business community, and the policy world have spent decades studying greenhouse gas pollution and climate change.
The endangerment finding became an issue because there was always this question of, does the Clean Air Act deal with carbon dioxide?
Scientists in the United States and around the world have tracked in the last century, and in particular in the last 3 decades, alarming increases in the amount of greenhouse gases in our skies. That increase is deteriorating the natural balance in our atmosphere and changing our climate.
This decision was the result of decades of scientific research and advocacy, culminating in a moment that could have changed the course of environmental policy forever.
And someday our children and our children's children will look at us in the eye and they'll ask us, did we do all that we could when we had the chance to deal with this problem and leave them a cleaner, safer, more stable world? And I want to be able to say, yes, we did.
But behind the scenes, a battle was brewing. Lobbyists from the fossil fuel industry pushed back, claiming regulations would devastate the economy. The consequences of inaction are unfolding before our eyes. From coastal erosion to catastrophic wildfires, the impact is undeniable. In 2017, the new administration under President Trump reversed many of the EPA's climate protections, banning even the word climate change from official reports. A clear message emerged. The fight against climate change was no longer a priority.
To many political leaders, climate change is an inconvenient truth, and they will do what they can to distract attention from it.
Okay, it'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
I wish science agreed with you.
Hey, well, I don't think science knows, actually.
Yet hope remains. A new generation of activists has taken up the mantle, demanding that leaders act before it's too late.
How dare you! You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones.
The battle for our planet is far from over. The Environmental Protection Agency gave us the tools to fight, but it's up to us to decide how we use them. This is our Earth, our home, our life. The threshold is before us, and it's up to us to decide which path we will take.
Pollution, pollution, wear a gas mask and a veil. Then you can breathe, long as you don't inhale.